recently Lil Durk has been going through some legal trouble with the FBI. He's currently indicted in California for murder for hire, and he's been mentioned in one back in Chicago as well. Well, it's been rumored online, mainly around YouTube, as far as I can tell, that the feds have picked up the FBG Cash Murder case. Now, I can't find any proof or paperwork of it online, but this is the rumor going around. So last week, Trap Lord Ross dropped a diabolical, and I do mean diabolical, 4-hour-long video on Lil Durk. I don't know what Lil Durk did to Trap Lord Ross, but Trap Lord obviously is feeling some kind of way. And he got into the FBG Cash case, and he's looking at the different angles from OTF to O Block to people outside of those sets. We're gonna go ahead and get into that video. Hey, before we do, I need y'all go ahead and hit that like button for me. We're gonna go ahead and get into this content.
While the murders of D-Thang's killers were incredibly personal to Lil Durk, the murder of FBG Duck was very much just business as usual in the world of Chicago's long-running gang wars. But while Duck at the time had been the face of the gangster disciples in his city, after his murder, one of his close friends would step up to fill the void that he left. This was the rapper FBG Cash, real name Tristan Hamilton. Born on October the 5th, 1990, Cash was several years older than most of his peers in the early drill scene, including his little brother, FBG Young, who was born in 1996. Cash was born into a family of GDs, and with his father being in the streets too, Cash would be exposed to that lifestyle early, jumping off the porch in his grade school years.
Yeah, my pop was always in the streets. As kids, we was already in the street, exposed to the street. You know what I'm saying? It was just a time we had to come home, but we saw everything that who ain't from the streets and ain't jumped off the porch ain't saw. We saw all young age so far as like coming out doing shit on my own through grade school years, you know what I'm saying? Anytime I got a chance to pop out and go somewhere without my people attendance, you know what I'm saying? I was in the streets, so.
Cash and Young's family would eventually move to around the 63rd and St. Lawrence area when Cash was in 9th grade, and there they would join the local gang set, STL EBT, and begin to spend time with other guys from the set like Duck and Dutchy. The four would eventually form the rap group Flyboy Gang, aka FBG, together with rappers like Lil J, Billionaire Black, Duck's brother Brick, and Wooski, who was always more in the streets than in the booth, but would still rep the name at times in his music. However, before that, in 2009, when Cash was only 18 years old, he would get arrested for an armed robbery and get sentenced to 6 years, which meant that Cash would end up being locked up during the critical years when the war between the GDs and BDs would begin to escalate in the Woodlawn area. While Young and Dutchy and Duck would first begin to rap under the FBG moniker, and the drill movement as a whole would begin to form, with artists from the Woodlawn and Washington Park neighborhoods playing a key role in the genre's birth. With good time though, Cash would ultimately end up only doing 31 months, and in 2011 he would be released on house arrest. Cash would seemingly spend his time on social media, where he was making his affiliations known. His first tweet being how he's repping Dale Mob, a name that STL EBT would call themselves after the murder of Dale Fisher in December 2011, and of course repping their rap group FBG that he was now part of, as well as shouting out their affiliates like the MOB set and the Brick Squad, or dissing their ops like Fredo Santana aka Mr. Scary Sight and E-Day from 600. Cash was clearly studying the new drill scene, and seeing it blow up right in front of him, he too would decide to get into rapping and make a name for himself. Being now part of the FBG crew, who were already making noise within the scene, Cash was in a great position to make it rapping, but he also had an ace up his sleeve to go viral. See, when Cash had been 16, he'd been messing around with an older woman, but this wasn't just any woman. This was Chief Keef's mother, Lolo, who used to live in the Parkway Gardens known as O Block. Now, with Keef being possibly the hottest new artist in the world at that point, and being the #1 enemy of Cash's STL EBT set due to often dissing them and their dead member Tuka in his music, Cash decided to clap back and use his old fling with Keith's mother to create publicity for himself in the drill scene, as he would many years later explain to a very confused Adam 22 who had seemingly missed this part of the early drill history.
How'd you go about getting into the music?
Shout out to Gangland Neem.
Like, I felt like, so like, they was already ahead of me in the race. That wasn't even a race for us, but they was already off, you know what I'm saying? So I'm like, I ain't want to just be the one to just drop a song and then they do poor, you know what I'm saying? So I was trying to do something to grab their attention. I started, made me and I ain't even make a Twitter yet. I was on Instagram and it wasn't even popping like that. It wasn't no live, but like, it was some that happened with me and Chief Keef's mama, and that just put me over the top, like, as far as like, people want to know who I am.
Back then in 2012?
Like, yeah, like, that's when it came to
What happened with his mom?
Like, I used to with her, like, yeah. Yeah. I ain't gonna cap, you know what I'm saying? It's been said before, like, I ain't even have to bring it up. That's my people, you know what I'm saying? She cool people, but like, me and her relationship, like, not a relationship, but relations, like, what started me rapping.
Really?
Yeah.
I kind of feel weird. Like, I feel like you might be trolling me, and I don't want to have a serious conversation about it if you're just trolling me, but, you know.
In the summer of 2012, Cash would film himself calling Chief Keef's mother without her knowledge and trick her into admitting their relationship, with the video then getting posted online, where it would soon find itself going viral on worldstar.com, the biggest hip-hop culture platform at the time.
Calling Chief Keef mama, man. Real. Hey, what's up, man? When you gonna give me tickets to your son's show or something? I said, when you gonna give me tickets to one of your son's show or something?
Hey, that's wild. That's wild. She's sleeping with one of her son's ops, bro. That's crazy.
I know that shocked you, man. Your little son blew up. You would never guess that. Yeah.
Hey, I also find it kind of hard to believe that she didn't know that he was using his relationship with her, you know, them cheeks, right? I find that hard to believe she didn't know that he was using that for clout online, because Keith probably seen him on No Jumper, or at least somebody in his camp did and had to tell him, and he probably went back and told his mom. That's wild, bro.
I know, that's I done got me some famous. How long you been with me, man?
Wow. Wow, she said, I trust you not to say anything. 7 years. She been messing with him for 7 years. Talking about, I trust you not to say anything, and he put it all online. Grimy, bro.
7 years, man. That's how about right.
Wow. Hey, that's a common law marriage.
At the metro station. How much Chief Keef was then? Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, man.
So Cash is a little older than Keith and all them. So
ain't no duplicate. Y'all the real thing nowadays, man. I got the real thing. Hey. Boy, when you finish doing all that, man, Alright, call me. Online with man, Chief Keef mama, man. That's the real man. No fake. You just heard all that, man.
wow.
The video sparked widespread rumors and even created more animosity between these two warring gangs. But some people on Keith's side would seemingly also find it funny too, with King Von himself even tweeting about the incident, making fun of Keith, calling Cash his stepdad. The drill fans' eyes were now on Cash too, but soon after, a tragedy would strike, as Cash's good friend Lil Jojo would end up getting killed. But that wasn't all, because after Jojo's death, Worldstar would make a post out of it, calling Lil Jojo the brother of Cash, or Cash Out as he was going by the time. Cash would further boost his name by doing a radio interview where he would discuss his beef with Chief Keef and the death of Lil Jojo, as well as his plans to become a rapper.
But I never got back up. I was just like, damn. Because I thought she was shot, so I was trying to push that out the car. Yeah.
Oh, this must be the, you talking about the first time he got shot. Or he got
I'm
shot
trying to
at.
push out because I thought she got shot, but I was like, when I see she was like, whoa. I'm like, drive. She drives. I'm like, now I could get my out, because that's the only reason I put my because I thought it was the police, just in case they stop her. And I'm like, now I'm getting right, but I'm like, damn, what is? She was like, they turned off. I'm like, all right, bet. I'm like, just drive. Directed to my crib. And when I was trying to get up out the car, I had pushed the rest of the window out, like, because the police was coming towards us.
This is not normal. Like, by the way, this is dramatic and crazy. Like,
yeah, but I done been so many people been shot around me.
It's not confirmed who the girl who Cash was with that night, but only a few weeks later, he would find himself in the exact same situation. But unfortunately, this time, he wouldn't be as lucky.
So the girl he was with the first time, from what I'm hearing, it's the same girl that he was with the second time. And people were saying that, you know, she backdoored him, set him up, whatever. I find that kind of hard to believe because she was in the car both times. You a bold motherfucker if you sit in a car with somebody you know you about to get shot up one time, let alone twice. And then she got hit the second time. She got hit a couple times in that second shooting, from my understanding anyways.
Was titled as the last video of Cash alive, he was seen having fun in a recording studio wearing a black hoodie with a green print. And then, in the early morning of the 10th of June 2022, Cash had allegedly been at a nightclub where he had gotten into an altercation with some unknown people. Then, around 5:30 a.m., Cash and a woman named Tasha West would be driving in the Auburn Gresham neighborhood, located immediately south of Inglewood. Cash was driving his Ford Edge SUV on the 1600 block of West 81st Street, while the woman was reportedly sleeping in the car at this time. Their destination, possibly being Cash's home on the 8100 block of South Marshfield Avenue, which was only about a minute drive away. However, when arriving at an intersection, a black Cadillac would pull up on the car, and two unknown suspects would begin shooting at them. At this point, Cash would attempt to run from the shooters after bailing out the car, but he would eventually collapse on a grass verge next to the sidewalk beside a tree, while the shooters would then flee the scene in the Cadillac. Police and ambulances would arrive at the scene with gruesome pictures of Cash's body on the ground and being loaded into an ambulance, later going viral, with Cash notably being left laying next to that tree. Cash and the woman would be transported to the Advocate Christ Medical Center, where Cash would unfortunately be pronounced dead.
Units 6 and Citywide, we have a shot spotter at 8059 South Marshfield, 8059 South Marshfield, 22 rounds, nothing further, zone 8 station clear.
Well-known Chicago area rapper was killed in a drive-by shooting early this morning in the Auburn Gresham neighborhood. 31-year-old Tristan Hamilton was shot multiple times, according to
31 years old, bro. That's wild.
the Sun-Times. He raps under the name FBG Cash. A 29-year-old woman with him was also shot, taken to the hospital in serious condition. It is believed Hamilton fired back at the shooter. Police don't have anyone in custody, at least not yet. 2 years ago, another rapper close to Hamilton, known as FBG Duck, was also shot and killed.
The police incident report would later reveal that a total of 23 shell casings were found at the scene, with 14 from a rifle and 9 from a .40 caliber pistol, while the medical
That's heavy, bro.
examiner's report would reveal that Cash had been struck in the head, neck, back, chest, and legs. Reports also indicated that the shooting went down in 2 phases, with 18 initial rounds being fired, followed by a pause, then another 5 rounds, perhaps suggesting that the shooters wanted to ensure that Cash didn't survive and stood over him shooting to finish him off. With this detail seemingly being
Damn, that's crazy. That's personal. That sounds like it's personal, for real. Like, it's one thing to run up and gun somebody down and then take off running, or do a drive-by. You're not dealing with the aftermath. You know what I'm saying? It's a whole nother thing to actually walk them down, or stand over them. That's why, if you notice, like, you get you see them court cases where the killer that just got convicted or whatever, he getting sentenced, but in that murder, he stood over him, and you hear the judge say something about that, because that's how crazy that is.
by witnesses to the crime, as well as later lyrics that refer to the murder. Rumors would later even circulate, suggesting that Cash's killers might have even tracked him using an Apple AirTag. But following Cash's death, Chiracologists on Reddit would soon begin to react, like posting theories about his ops, such as 600 Breezy possibly dissing Cash by posting a picture of himself smoking on his Instagram story, while another comment—
Now, wait a minute. I could be wrong on this, but if they used the AirTag and they didn't retrieve the AirTag before they left and the police got it, can't they find out who was using that AirTag, who was tracking it? I think they can.
Commenter would say how Mimo600 had also posted a similar picture. A day or two after Cash's murder, his cousin and fellow rapper BG Lil Pat would make several posts dedicated to him, including a video of himself driving around together with the caption implying that he was going to slide for a month straight to get revenge. However, Pat would also make an alleged post and delete story where he could be seen walking in O-Block, which would immediately start theories that O-Block had been responsible for Cash's murder. About a week after Cash's death, Digital Real YouTube channel would post a vlog from O-Block where one of their members can be seen heavily dissing him, which would further boost the theories that O-Block was behind the hit.
On gang only. Dummy, civil up. Dead on the right. Straight to the wall. Ain't make the hospital. Straight to the wall. The world wants to be everybody facing their day but the wind, and every day but these legends there.
See, a lot of y'all be in the comment section saying, "Oh, y'all dry snitching. Y'all vloggers is dry snitching. Y'all reaction channels is dry snitching." Hey, we just simply reacting to what they're putting on the internet. They're snitching on themselves. Even if they had nothing to do with it, they're drawing heat and attention to themselves behind this.
We know this cash out, but we ain't crashed out. Oh, gang only.
Meanwhile, Buck Munner, who is part of a set called TSG, who are the younger generation of O-Block, would make a post on his Facebook 2 days after Cash's murder, where he can be seen flexing a stack of money in front of the King Von mural in a very similar photo to the one Cash had taken at the mural just before his death, together with a caption where he would call himself the devil, while in another picture he would be pointing gun fingers towards the ground as if standing over someone whilst killing them with a gun. This flexing raised a lot of eyebrows amongst Redditors. However, it was an Instagram video posted by an O-Block member, T-Money, which would really make fans think that Buck Munner might have been the one who killed Cash, as he had been seen in the video allegedly showing a close-up photo of a body that looks like Cash's. However, it wasn't only O-Block who were hinting at their involvement, as OTF members would also go live 2 days after Cash's death.
Hey, that's crazy. That's crazy because what they're hinting at is this was another paid hit. And if homeboy right there had any kind of involvement in it, he's doing the same thing the crash out dummies from the Stephen Mack case is doing, which is stunting online. Bro, you supposed to go off grid after something like that. Stay off the internet. What do y'all be thinking?
Death to celebrate OTF DD's birthday, but the celebration of life would seemingly soon turn into a celebration of death, as someone would reference lyrics from Durk's song What Happened to Virgil by then asking, what happened to your mans? While OTF Varney would then reference lyrics from Durk and Pooh Shiesty's Back in Blood song, saying how all of that woofing on the internet had got someone's friend killed, before someone else would repeatedly yell headshot, this also being the chorus of Durk's Computer Murderers song, where Durk would seemingly warn Cash about taking photos in front of the Von mural.
I'm gonna go fishing with my brother. They like, damn, what happened to Virgil? I'm like, damn, what happened to your mans? All that woofing on the net, it got your mans hit. Headshot. But us crew equal a lot. Make a trailer to that. Headshot.
They look like they all perked out, bro. See, this you can't be on substances like that when you commit these street crimes, and then you want to get on the net and start bumping them gums.
Moments later in the same live, the group can be heard rapping King Von's lyrics from the Back Again song, where Durk had also seemingly dissed Cash, before Varney immediately shouts Long Live V-Roy and recites Durk's lyrics from his Aha song, saying how people can believe whatever they want, but Lil Durk got your folks hit.
Oh, folks now, long live V-Roy. Hey, boy, you talking You can believe whatever you want. I got your folks hit. Aha.
Later in the same month, Lil Durk would release the deluxe.
That little head shake was kind of fruity.
version of his 7220 album, which would include the song Risky. In the song, Durk raps how someone would be an easy kill because they chase girls, and that standing over someone while killing them is his favorite pose, with these lyrics seemingly describing the exact way that Cash died, before also rapping how someone wouldn't die about their friend, but they'll die about a girl, which could be seen as a reference to how Cash seemingly didn't get back to Durk, but he ended up dying because he was with a girl that night, with some fans seeing this song to be Lil Durk self-snitching about getting Cash killed. Durk's song was then followed in July.
Hey, y'all let me know down in the comment section, what did Durk do to Trap Lord? What did he do to him? Because I swear it seemed like Trap Lord Ross got it out for Durk now. Did he threaten him or something? Y'all let me know down in the comment section. And while y'all doing that, make sure y'all hit that like button.
By the group song To The Top by O-Block members Mana Ike, Durky, Buck Munna, and G Nook, where Buck Munna would provide a full verse of apparent hints towards Cash's murder, starting by saying how they're going to spin and spin again until they cash out, before saying that if their victim tries to run, they'll chase him down, and now he's on the news, and ending by saying how they caught someone loafing with his boo, before saying again how they're going to put him on the news. In June, rumors would circulate that Lamron members might have been responsible after an IG story was uploaded by members claiming to be smoking Cash.
Yeah. My boy.
Now we coming.
Yeah.
Smoking cash.
Yeah. Ooh. Yeah.
Later in July, Durk
They look like they need showers.
would go live with Booney Mo, Didi, and other OTF members, during which they would count huge stacks of cash, while a clearly intoxicated Lil Durk and other members would gleefully begin to repeat the line, "They know that we did it," which is from Booney Mo's at the time unreleased song, We Did It, that was later put on the incredibly incriminating album Loyal Bros 2.
They know that we did it.
They know that we did it. They know that we did it.
They know that we did it.
Loyalty and Betrayal just went live. What happened to T-Roy in his final moments? I'm gonna be checking that out as soon as I'm done with this.
Drop song, man. We got a lot of raw shit on the studio.
A few minutes later, Durk begins to rap his verse from the also at the time unreleased song Threats to Everybody, where he raps that if you play with him, you're going to end up by that tree, which many have seen to be a direct reference to Cash, whose body was indeed found laying on the grass next to that tree. For some reason, the other members would find these lyrics incredibly funny, but it was Booney Mo who would really crack them up once again, repeating the line, "They know that we did it."
You ain't have your gun for them, you better have your gun for me. Better have your gun for Booney. Better have your gun for C. You don't believe me, you gon' see. You gonna end up by that tree.
Know that we did it.
The connection to Cash wasn't lost on the fans, who would comment on the
Self-snitching at its finest.
YouTube video about this live, how OTF were clearly trolling Cash. Meanwhile, Buck Munna would also go live, seemingly sometime in July, where he would rap lyrics that were clearly about FBG Cash, like saying that now that he's dead, he can't take another pic, a clear reference to Cash's picture in front of the Von mural, as well as saying how their ops are mad that an old man is in a body bag, and how the switches made him crash, and that he doesn't smoke Tuka anymore, he smokes Cash.
He dead and gone, that's what he get, man. He can't take another pic, man. He got hit, he took word around the woods and neck. Off for that block where they don't play, I don't play, I take his face. And I ain't missed cause I know they pissed, I know they mad that man up in the bag. The switches came and made him crash. I don't smoke Tuka, I smoke Cash. I'm just lying, weak, that shit's out of G.
Buck Munna would further raise eyebrows after a vlog circulated, seeming to show him laughing and reenacting what Cash did when he tried to run away after getting shot.
Hey, he putting a lot of evidence out there. You know the feds is watching.
You trying to run, you know you could run.
Cash's former manager would seemingly further point the finger towards O-Block, as he would post himself in August dropping the O-Block hand sign, whilst unconfirmed rumours would begin to spread that Cash's murder had been picked up by the feds, just as Stefan Mack's murder would eventually be picked up in 2023, this pointing to the theory that Cash's murder had possibly also involved interstate communication and exchanges of money. Buck Munna would continue to drop lyrics that seemed to point to Cash's murder, like his...
Remember that money he was flossing during them pictures? Yeah. Okay, I want y'all to think about this. When Pooh Shiesty, I can't wait till he comes home, by the way. Do y'all know how he got caught? How they proved it was him in that parking lot? You know that them 40 bands he liked to keep in his pocket? He dropped those. The feds, or I'm sorry, not the feds, the police got the serial numbers off of those bills. They went back to his post where he's flossing all that money, zoomed in where he's doing the arm stretch and fanning out all the money. They zoomed in and got the serial numbers off the bills. They were the same bills that they found at the scene of where he shot dude in the ass. That's how he got caught. Homeboy out here, he putting more evidence out here for the feds to see. Come on, man. If y'all gonna be out here having these youngins do this stuff, y'all gotta at least tell them, hey, you gotta stay off the line because they watching. The feds is gonna see this, they watching. Stay offline. Get these dudes, if y'all gonna have them out here doing crimes, at least give them some guidance on how to do it right.
November 2022 song Come Here, where he would rap about jumping out in all black, just like the shooters in Cash's case, and how the ARP had hit the victim's back, just like what happened to Cash as he tried to run from his killers. In December, Booney Mo would finally release his song We Did It that they had been rapping during that Instagram live, where besides rapping the line about how they did it, he would also rap how he pays for his shorties to go slide and kill people. A message which, funnily enough, was also shared by OTF Jam in his March 2023 song War with the City, with Redditors commenting how this verse had finally convinced them that Booney Mo had paid for Cash's murder. However, there has also been other theories about Cash's murder, with one of them claiming that Cash was
I still think Jam is co-conspirator too, by the way.
backdoored by people close to him, particularly a man named Big Dale, who was an OG from Cash's hood and father of one of Cash's best friends, Fat Shorty from Jaro City, who was killed in 2021, with this backdoor theory stemming from a rumor that Cash had actually gotten Fat Shorty killed by accident during a house party argument gone wrong. This theory would end up gaining so much traction that even DJ U would ask FBG Young about it, but Young would seemingly disregard these rumors as nothing more than YouTubers trying to get views.
R.I.P. Was responsible for like backdooring your brother FBG Cash.
Yeah.
So who is Big Dale? Let's start there. Or who was he to y'all?
Big Dale's one of the guys from the neighborhood.
What do you think of these rumors?
I don't think the internet. I don't listen to that.
Word.
Yeah. I don't pay that no mind though. Like that would make a good story for the internet, won't it?
It sound crazy as hell to me.
All right. It's some nice views, won't it? I mean, I don't be paying not that serious to me. I don't pay it no mind.
So Drea O, who is you guys seen her in the picture earlier with Cash. She actually did a couple of videos where she was talking to people. She's from Chicago. She did a couple of videos where she was talking to people about this very subject of Big Dale. Did he backdoor Cash? I seen one video where everybody was saying, nah. That it definitely didn't go down that way. But then she had another one where she was interviewing somebody else, and he was like, I don't think it went down that way, but it's a possibility. You know what I'm saying? Either way, if he did do it, let's just put it this way. It's a hypothetical, right? If he did do it, he backdoored him. He didn't do it himself. He probably called, hey, because, you know, what's the saying? The enemy of my enemy is my friend. Put in a phone call. Hey, I know where homeboy stay. I know where he stay. Here go his house. Y'all camp out there for him. Wait for him. He be there. He in town now. That's all it take. That's all it take. Now, I'm not saying he did do that. Because, like I said, there was another video where she interviewed multiple people, and they were all like, no, it didn't happen that way. So, and then you heard FBG Young. He said, nah. Sound good.
There's been endless speculation on Reddit as to exactly who might have been involved in Cash's murder, with polls even circulating that allowed members to vote on which gang they felt.
Hey, you see Tay-Town 300 got the most, right? Tay-Town 300. Do they have OT? No, they don't have OTF by itself on here. OTF is it within Tay-Town 300? Am I right or wrong? Or would y'all put them in Lamron 300? I don't know, cause ain't OTFDD Tay-Town?
Were most likely responsible. One Reddit.
I don't know. I'm just an old ass nigga trying to figure this shit out. I don't know.
Post circulated names of 5 potential suspects from the OTF, TTE, and O Block sets. One of the names listed, OTF Black, had made a post to IG days after the murder saying that if you want respect in the streets, you have to get your bodies up, and boasting how Lil Varney gave him a CEO chain when he got out of jail and told him to stand on his ops' necks, with Black responding that it's OTF forever and he's got this. With people on Reddit commenting that this was some of the most insane self-snitching that they'd ever seen. However, OTF Black would later deny this and call out Reddit for putting bodies on him in a block-to-block interview alongside iTrap Rob and Tero.
Internet definitely put a body on you. They put one on me. Yeah? That's what blew me up. Trying to say he did. Oh, damn. Oh, damn. Where that come from? Reddit, DJU, all that. They got you on Reddit teed up.
Another person named in that post, TTE Stain, would also be mentioned in other posts that alluded to having committed a crime in designer clothing. Another post would claim without evidence that Ty Munner was being investigated for the murder, while another pointed the finger at Lil Mike from O Block. Numerous people would point the finger at Booney Mo from OTF, saying that he was the one who orchestrated the hit, which is interesting considering how happy he seemed about it on the live with Lil Durk. Others would point the finger at OTF Didi, with some suggesting that Durk had been pushing Didi's career as a reward after the hit. At the moment, Cash's murder still remains unsolved, and to be clear, there's no real evidence that either O Block or OTF had anything to do with it, at least publicly. But then again, not so long ago, there was also nothing but rumors connecting Durk to the murder of Stefan Mack. Now, many people on Reddit think it's only a matter of time before they put this murder on Lil Durk too. But what we do know for certain is that Cash's murder would take place only a few months before the murder that may end up taking down the entire OTF empire. I'm of course talking about the murder of Lil Pat.
Alright you guys, so that was Trap Lord Ross. This particular one is on his Trap Lord Clips channel. Did OTF and Lil Durk play a role in FBG Cash's murder? I honestly do not know. I do not know. I am not going to put that on them without any kind of evidence, paperwork. But, sheesh. I don't know. It seems like somebody from OTF might have paid one of them little YNs to get the job done. Like I told y'all in my last video, they want drill rap up out of here. They gonna do whatever they can to get drill rap up out of here. The feds are going to start cracking down on these drill rappers and these gangbangers because they know the rappers are funding the gang wars. They want to take the funding out. And if you start to think about it, these record labels are going to start to get hip too, because if the rappers are funding the wars, by proxy, the record labels are funding the wars, and the feds are going to put 2 and 2 together and start going after the record labels if something isn't done about all these bodies dropping. So if you are a drill rapper and you also got one foot in the streets, get that other foot up out the streets, move up out of drill rap, go pop, switch over, get you some real money. Ain't no money in this gangster rap. Ain't no real money in drill rap. Durk's best songs are songs where he ain't dissing. Songs that everybody can relate to. All My Life, Downfall. Come on. One of my favorites is Homebody, the remix with, I love that one. I love that one, boy. Yeah, I love me some Homebody. Anyways, that's my video for today, guys. I'm sorry for preaching at y'all. But if you made it this far and you new to the channel, hey, hit that subscribe button. And while you down there, make sure you hit the bell icon. That way you get notified every time I drop a new video. And while you're at it, you might as well go ahead and hit the like button. That's the only way we're going to get this video into the algorithm, is if we hit that like button and get some comments on the video. So do your boy a solid. Go ahead and hit that comment or that like button. Drop me a comment. Sorry. I've been drinking Hennessy. Jeez. Cut me a break. King Charm, I'm out.